over the past 48 hours or so, the Secretary-General has been in touch with a number of regional leaders. Just a few minutes ago, he spoke by phone with His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of the State of Qatar. The Secretary-General reiterated his condemnation of the recent attacks against Qatar, which is in violation of the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. He also reaffirmed Qatar's role as a strong and valued partner of the United Nations. The Secretary-General and the Emir discussed the situation in the region and the urgent need to end the current military escalation and a return to dialogue in the interest of regional stability. Over the weekend, he also spoke with the Foreign Minister of the Sultanate of Oman, His Excellency Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi. The Secretary-General praised Oman for its efforts on mediating a peaceful negotiations and reiterated his condemnation of the attacks against Iran and the Iranian attacks on Gulf countries. The Secretary-General and the Foreign Minister both expressed concern about the risk posed by this war for the region. The Secretary-General also over the weekend had a number of conversations with ambassadors from the Gulf Cooperation Council. As far as the situation on the ground, the position expressed by the Secretary-General on Saturday in the Security Council remains very much valid. What is needed now in the region more than anything is a way out. To that end, the Secretary-General again calls for de-escalation, an immediate cessation of hostilities, and genuine dialogue and negotiations in line with the Charter of the United Nations. The Secretary-General is particularly concerned about the growing numbers of civilians we are seeing being killed and the destruction of civilian infrastructure. International humanitarian law is clear. Civilians must be protected at all times, and civilian infrastructure must be protected as well. The expansion of attacks to countries that were not involved in the initial attack is, according to the Secretary-General, particularly worrying, whether we're talking about Gulf countries, Jordan, Syria, or Lebanon. In Lebanon, where we have both a political and peacekeeping presence, tensions are also rising. We're seriously concerned about the exchange of fire across the blue line. The situation on the ground is evolving rapidly, and we're monitoring developments closely. We're also aware that of the strikes aimed at Israel claimed by Hezbollah and the Israeli strikes that have reportedly resulted in 31 fatalities and many more injured north of the Blue Line in Lebanon. We urge utmost restraint and call on the parties to uphold the cessation of hostilities agreement. Turning to the situation in Gaza, our UNIFIL peacekeepers there are remaining in position despite the challenging circumstances. Said the regional escalation that began over the weekend is already affecting people and disrupting humanitarian services. We're also worried about the negative impacts that the military activities in the region as a whole could have on the world economy, and those impacts would, as they often do, hit the most vulnerable the hardest. Turning to another horrific humanitarian situation. And Rafael Grossi, the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, spoke at his agency's Board of Governors meeting today and said that according to the Regional Safety Monitoring Network, no elevation of radiation levels above the usual background levels have been detected in countries bordering Iran. Regarding the status of the nuclear installations in Iran up to now, he said he has no indication that any nuclear installations, including the Bushehr nuclear power plant and the Tehran research reactor, or any nuclear fuel cycle facilities have been damaged or hit. Mr. Grossi reiterated his call on the parties to exercise maximum restraint and avoid further escalation. He said the lasting solution to this long-existing discord lies in the diplomatic table, and that IAEA will be there ready to play its indispensable part whenever and wherever it is called.
Is the United Nations aware of any ongoing diplomatic efforts to end the war?
We're not aware of any direct talks between the United States and the Islamic Republic of Iran. We all know. I think you've seen the public comments by Oman. We would like to see a return to the table and a return to diplomacy.
He said military action carries the risk of igniting a chain of events that no one can control. Are we at that point now?
Well, we are at a risk where there is zero room for miscalculation.
We're now hearing from France, the UK, that they'll take defensive measures. France saying they'll help Gulf countries defend themselves. Just wonder, this kind of coming from many European countries now, if the Secretary-General plans to speak with those leaders.
This chain of events is growing, and that's extremely worrying, and that's a lot of part of the issues that the Secretary-General has been discussing.
Now that the report is confirmed, is the Secretary-General ready to give a specific statement on the death of the Ayatollah, similar to how he gave a specific statement when Maduro was captured?
We do not want to see any more killings, whether targeted or otherwise.